Hey everyone, it's HeapCVA. Thanks so much for coming by my channel. Welcome. Sorry, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm trying to fold them, but I'm not very good at that, and I keep smacking the microphone and making all kinds of noise. And it's very sensitive, much more sensitive than I gave it credit for. So, thanks for coming by for another vlog. I'm trying to reach my list because it's so far away I can't read it. My list. So I stay on track. Keep your fingers crossed. I had to bury all the phones in the house because they seem to want to go off as soon as I start recording a vlog. So I apologize for that. Anyway, let's get started. Where can we put this thing? Right here. That looks good right there. Right in front. Actually, it's leaning up against the screen, but you can't see that. So that works out pretty good. So, hey to everyone. Thanks for coming by, whether it's your first time or your 100th or your 1000th time. Welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for you guys that have been here before, for your support, the likes I see on the videos, and the comments. They're awesome. And at the end of the day, thank you so much for all the subs I've been getting, especially in recent times. It makes my day, more than you can know. So, that being said, let's go down my list and check off each thing. And I'll try to be as quick as I can. I don't want this vlog to go too long. You can see behind me, it's kind of a mess. My wife's computer is over there. She does her video and her artwork and design. She's into quilting. So she does a lot of work on the computer with that. I took a few days off here recently and turned my computer off and literally disconnected everything. Monitors, microphones, speakers, everything. And then you go, why in the world did you do that? Number one, needed to be cleaned. We're in a rental. You guys know how it is to rent a house sometimes. The things aren't the way you would have it if you own the house. One of the things that we really have to deal with a lot here is dust from the carpets. And my tower for my computer is on the floor because it's Digital Storm. It's a metal chassis. It's very heavy. It's sneaking up on 70 pounds. I don't want to put it on the table because I don't want to bowed the table. And so it's sitting on a stand on the floor. But unfortunately, with all the fans I have in it, it definitely pulls the dust in, so it needs to be cleaned. So I was doing that, and I did everything. Desk, monitors, everything got vacuumed, wiped down, you name it. I did it. Second thing I needed to do was make some changes in my system to make video editing and video rendering quicker process if I could. So that means pulling out the original 1 terabyte drive that came with the computer and swapping it out for a 3 terabyte drive, which is Western Digital Black, which I am a big fan of those, and the other 1 terabyte was a Toshiba. And that'll probably go to my wife to add another 1 terabyte to her 2 terabyte worth of storage she has on her computer. It's a good drive. It was just short on storage. In addition to that, I added another 500 gigabyte SSD, and I use Samsung EVOs. They work great. They're really fast. And so that's on there as just a open drive, and all it has on it is my program that I use for rendering, which is Movie Studio Platinum 13, which is Vegas Pro's little brother. Used to be owned by Sony. They've sold both of those programs to Magix, which I believe is in Germany. I'm not 100% sure. Don't tackle me down and hold me down to that. But that's what I'm using. I left it on there. The simple programs that I need to render every video is on that drive as well, so it's not pulling them from somewhere else like my portable drive or the other hard drive. And so everything's right there going through the CPU and hopefully rendering videos faster than they would be before. Now, can I define what faster means? I can't. I could say that I probably shaved 15 minutes off of the last video. But other than that, I'm sure I've got some tweaking to do still. So finally got that all dialed in yesterday morning. And I've been working on the artwork for the site, the channel, the videos, because I'm kind of standardizing things across all of the little parts. And so all of the artwork, whether it's an intro card or an extra or outro card or a thumbnail, and the way I'm doing my thumbnails, all those things I'm working on. I use Adobe, what's that called? I can't remember. See, my brain is giving me that issue again. Photoshop for most of my work, and I have access to some other programs as well. I'm just trying to be standard across the board for my channel, and it's a branding thing from what I read, although I haven't been giving branding a whole lot of thought. Maybe I ought to, huh? Anyway, that's what I'm into right now. Add to that, I'm trying to do some things with how things move in the video, as far as like in the introduction, how like the HeapCVA Unafraid thing comes into the frame and goes out of the frame, and the exit card where, you know, it does something and then you see other videos you can click on and a subscribe link. Because I've seen a lot of videos, it seems to be the way that things are going on this platform, and I want to be on the train, not chasing it down the track, if you know what I mean. So that's that. Next, I needed to get all those things done on my computer so that I could put up the video first in a series. I'm maybe a day or two behind everybody else. I'm sorry, but my computer didn't go back together as fast as I wanted to. For EmergeNYC or EmergeNYC, because that's the way it's spelled or looks, but it's EmergeNYC from Flip Switch Games. These are the guys, most of the guys that did the mods for Emergency 4/911 First Responder. That's where I got involved in that particular game, and thanks to those guys, I had hours and hours of entertainment in my home playing those games with those mods among many. And it has made a game that I believe was made in 2006 into something that's still going strong right now. And you can't say that for very many games that are out there. So I have it loaded. I paid the higher price. I'm sure there are pros and cons, and I know everybody's got their own point of view on what he's doing or they are doing, and the cost point and how it may change in a couple of weeks. I would have kicked money to those guys to help them develop this game one way or the other. I missed the Kickstarter. I had some other things pull me away from remembering what the dates were, and so I missed that. So I'm happy that I had a chance to kick money to them in another way, even if it's something that some people like and some people don't like. To each their own. That's what makes the whole system work the way it does. And there's so much stuff going on Steam right now. There's a lot of wailing. There's a lot of support, but they're going back and forth with each other. I'm just looking forward to seeing a game, like I said in the video, that hits one out of the park for those of us that like this genre, Genre, I think it's called, genre of emergency response. It's one of many genres I like, but because I worked in emergency services, it always seems to wind up at the top of my list just because. And so it is what it is, man. We're early on into it. You can see by the video, there's not much going on. We drove fire trucks around and scared the traffic, which obviously needs a little toning and work, but it's so early yet into this thing. I'm just excited to be able to do anything with it yet. And while I've never asked for this before, I thought I might ask for it now because I think this is going to be a very popular topic on many channels, including mine. Is let's see if we can go past 20 likes for this video and many of the following videos that are going to come out here in the next 2 weeks that are in EmergeNYC or EmergeNYC. I have to separate that so you understand the spelling of it, because it is going to be so important, and it deserves our support, and it deserves to let other people know about it so that they can see videos like mine and see what's going on and what's coming. So enough said on that. Thanks for your consideration. So next, just the usual. I'm busy with filming. I'm trying to do as much filming in a single day so that I can spend the rest of the week doing rendering. I'm going to see if that works. If it doesn't, I might go to a different system, but that's the way it is right now. And I have to tell you that this week is going to be jammed up anyway, and I'm still working as hard as I can to meet my deadlines because my wife goes in for surgical procedure Wednesday. Keep your fingers crossed and whatever else that things go okay. Hopefully she'll be home soon. Hopefully by the end of the week, to be honest with you, unless there's a complication. This is something that she has needed for over a year, and it's taken us a year to get to this point. So obviously, like it would be for anybody looking at that comes to my channel, your family comes first. And but I'll still try to hit my deadlines of 4 videos in a given 7-day week. So keep your fingers crossed. If not, you'll probably see another vlog for me, kind of letting you know what's going on. If you don't hear from me, that means everything went great and that we're back on track and that my wife is recovering well and things are going exactly the way they hoped they'd go. So enough said with that. And I think I hit the end of my list. Can you believe that? I thought it was going to take me longer. I'm glad it didn't. And, you know, I could add a whole bunch of things, but just know this. I'm looking at a lot of games right now, both the ones that are on my computer that don't get much play and some of the new ones that are coming down. And I have a game that I'm going to make a video on as soon as I remember how it's played. I'm kind of fooling with it on my time off from other games. Some of you that have been around for a while might know it. It's called Total Annihilation. And when it came out in 1997, that's how old it is, and it played on the XP, Windows XP, I spent hours playing that game. Well, it's back out, and it runs on Windows 10. Not great, but it runs. So I'm just going to do some videos on that just to show you how even some old titles still play well and still have relevance as compared to some of the stuff that's out now that I'm shaking my head going, what is this game about? So that being said, and sorry I had to scratch my nose. I think it's a nervous tick from talking to you guys. But anyway, all that being said, I hope you're having a good day wherever you are on the planet, whether the sun is up where you're at or the moon is up where you're at. If you like my vlog, hit the like button. Leave me a comment. I love trading back and forth and talking to people, whether you're a supporter or not. Input is important to me. And at the end of the day, if you like what my channel's doing, you see the stuff that's going on, you hear about the additions that I'm planning on doing to the channel, and that at least makes you curious, if not excited. So think about subscribing. That way you'll know firsthand as I'm going along. And if I mess it up, you'll be the first one to know, and you should be one of the first ones to comment on that too, because I need that input. So with that being said, I'm going to go back to finishing this up and turning it into a video. And I wish you, like I said, good time, good day, and I'll see you around. Take care.